What's up, you guys? It's Yasmin here, your favorite girl. I hope that you're all doing super well. Today's topic, you guys, is inspired by a comment that a subscriber of mine has left on my last video. So the topic is, how did you learn languages so well? So for the people who don't know, who have just started to follow me, hi, my name is Yasmin, and I speak 5 languages: Italian, Moroccan, English, French, and Spanish in a very fluent way. Of course, Italian and Moroccan because I was born in Italy, I was raised here in Turin, and Moroccan because I'm Moroccan. But how about the other 3 languages? What about the other 3 languages? So let's start from the first language, English. So you guys, I started to study English when I was 8 years old in elementary school. Okay. You have to know that the first time that my teacher said to me, repeat this word, and it was like the first word ever that I was about to pronounce, like, in English. It was like my first lesson of English, my first lesson ever. Okay. She was like, repeat this word, and I was like, okay, I am going to repeat this word with an American accent. It just came out of my fucking mind, like literally, I swear. It was like out of nowhere. I was like, okay, repeat this word with an American accent. The word was like red, I don't really remember. Thing with like the ra, the American thing, and I was like, repeat it with the American accent. And I said, red, her bitch. And it was like the first time ever that the American accent came out of me. But now, why? Why did this American accent come out of me? How? We gotta start from the beginning. So you guys know that I want to be a very successful singer and actress, okay? But why? An international star. But why? Because when I was young, of course, you have to know that my mom as well was a singer, like she loved to sing. She's like from Morocco, but she used to sing Moroccan songs, Arabian songs, but also, the international ones. She loved those as well. Whilst my dad used to play the guitar, so like it's like the word of music isn't me, okay? Because I grew up with this kind of environment around me, so it was like music has always been around me. So this kind of thing, like the thing about music, like the music situation started to expand even more. Why? When I realized that I loved to sing and to perform as well. So when I was like 5 years old, I did my first performance in front of my parents. I was like singing, dancing, I was with my sister. We were like inventing choreographies together and we would like perform them. But I always had that, that drama queen thing inside of me. I have always been so expressive. I've always been so funny. I've always wanted to entertain a crowd, make them laugh, sing, perform. Once I was like in Morocco in a restaurant and I was like, there was, the DJ had put like a song that I loved. No, it wasn't even a song that I loved. It was just a song that a random song. And I just started dancing in front of everyone. I was like, I felt like a diva because I am a diva, okay? So it's like, I started to dance. I started from the table where I was with my family, and I was like, I stood up and I started to dance, first of all, in front of my table, and then I started to dance around all of the other tables. So it was like, I was vibing, okay? So it's like, I started to dance in front of everyone, singing, I was making moves, I was having my moves. And it was like, all of a sudden, there was this other girl who started to be competitive with me. But girl, there's no competition. Of course, it's always me versus me, She was like this kid, she started to like dance. She thought that she was like having a competition with me, whatever. But of course, I like shut that girl down with my moves. And yeah, I just kept dancing, whatever. And at the like, you know, the final moment, everyone started to applaud, whatever. And I felt really good. Like, I don't know, I would say that in that moment I realized that I wanted to perform. Like, you know, I wanted to, you know, you realize it when you're a kid, I think. Like, you know, when you have that thing in you, like the that you want to entertain people. You know, you just feel it. I think that you just feel it, and it's like something that comes out of you from a very young age. You know, I realized that when I was 5 years old. This choreography that I did in front of like the whole restaurant was when I was about like 9 years old, something like that. So it was actually because I've always been surrounded, you know, as I was saying to you before, by music, whatever. But I realized that I didn't really like. Of course, I love like my Moroccan songs, whatever, you know, the old Moroccan songs or like the Arabian ones that my mom would always listen to. I love those songs, okay, but I was feeling like it was not my genre, okay, I cannot talk. Like it wasn't my genre. How do you say it? Like it wasn't my genre, like in French, you know. And I was like, you know, those years, Justin Bieber, other artists, you know. I was a girl like who was born in Europe, so it was like all of the American hits would come to Italy, and I was like, you know what? But I love that dude. I kind of like that dude with those hair in front of his right here, you know. I kind of like that dude, you know. And I was like, first time that I saw a JB's music video, I was 3 years old. When Baby came out, was it like in 2010 or 2009? I don't really remember. Anyways, I was like 3 or 4 years old. The first one ever that I saw JB in, you know, this music video was my sister, because she had like the first computer, whatever, and she clicked and she saw that there was this viral video of this guy, and it was like, she started to, like, you know, she clicked on a video, and I was like 3 years old, and I was like, who's this guy? You know, like this. But I didn't really pay a lot of attention. Like, you know, I was just like, oh, who's this guy? Like, he cute, you know. I was 3 years old. He cute, yes. You already know. And so yeah, I was like, but then, you know, the kind of JB thing stopped in that moment, because then I was basically at the time, I think that, you know, when you're a young sister, you just tend to follow what your big sis does, okay? So my sister started to have an obsession with, you know, the 1D, you know, One Direction, you know, and she started to have an obsession with them. So I started to have an obsession with them, even though I of course I love their music, their songs, but I didn't really have a bond with them, you know. My sister had a bond with this group, you know. So I would listen to them like this, but I was always like, JB, you know. And then like my sister officially left her Directioner thing in 2015. So I left my Directioner thing in 2015, and she started to obsess over Justin. She was like, okay, but look at this guy. You know, it was a moment where Sorry and What Do You Mean were like going viral. So like the whole media, whatever, was like exploding, and then my sister, like, she started to watch his videos, whatever, so I was influenced by her, of course. But this time it wasn't like the One Direction, like it wasn't like the situation of the One Direction, because this time I seriously felt a bond with Justin. I seriously felt like I don't know, I felt something with him. And it's not just about the music, it's also about the person, okay? It's like I felt a bond with him, like like something clicked, okay? Something clicked and I was like, okay, I love this guy. I love him. And you know, of course, like I started to listen to his songs, whatever. I got bullied for liking him, but who gives a shit, okay? Because actually, if you bully someone just because this someone likes a true artist, then you're a loser, okay? But anyways, I started to listen to his songs, and now I was like being more independent because I was like 10, 11 years old. I even went to his concert when he was here in Italy in 2016. Yes, 2006, 17. I don't remember. But yeah. So this is like the Justin situation. Then I was getting influenced also by like the TV series that I was watching at the time, for instance, Victorious and stuff. I wasn't like watching them in the original, like, you know, the original language because of course in Italy there's like a voice that's on the true voice of the actor, Italian voice on the English one. So I wasn't really able to like see, you know, watch these TV series with like their true language, like the original language. But I used to like listen to the songs of these TV series, and I was like, you know, but I kind of like acting, you know. And you see now, like my passions, singing and acting, were like connected to English, okay? You see Justin, you see like, you know, just in general songs of the time, they had a bond with English because they were in English, okay? So it wasn't just about singing like most of the people like here in Italy. It's about like singing, oh, but I like singing, okay, you know? So it's like, oh, but I feel the lyrics, you know? And I like English. So it's like a bond between these things. Like it was like acting plus singing with English, you know, and there was like a bond with everything. So I started to be like, oh, but I kind of like English, you know, I really like English. And then, you know, of course, with the obsession with Justin, I started to like watch his interviews, watch everything about him.
I've worked so hard at this album. I've worked so hard at just becoming the man I want to become. And then like stepping into situations, you just can't help but feel judged. So I was just feeling judged and just wanting to win so badly and just wanting to do what I love so badly that I just put everything on the line. And I think that was what was so special about the emotional moment at the end, that it was authentic, it was real, it was like I was really like just wanting it so bad. I don't know. I'm just ranting now because I'm...
No, it's good. Plus your junk was being pulled by the harness.
You know I'm a hitter with that runs out, but I gotta keep an eye out for Selena.
It's the other way. It's really crazy. Let me check.
Can I hug you?
Yes, of course. You guys like Just Dance 4?
Oh, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Beauty in the beast. Beauty from the east. Beautiful confessions of the creep.
How you doing? Hey, did anyone...
It's all I wanted, like my goal since 2010. I would dream of being his one less lonely girl.
How you doing? Ask me a question.
Okay. Do I look at the camera?
Do whatever you want to do.
How many tattoos do you have now?
I think there's too many to count at this point. So I just kind of consider it one on this arm now because it's connected.
Can I feel
But
it?
You can feel it, yeah.
Oh my god.
It just feels like skin.
I know. Feel my skin. Can we please take a picture?
Yeah, I can. Come on.
Hey guys, I'm here with Justin Bieber and I can't talk.
What was that? That just happened. Was that your voice?
Yeah, I can't talk. I literally lost my
She
voice.
can't talk. That was your real voice.
Oh my god.
You trying to kiss me?
Yeah.
You do the kissing. And we're here. She has no clue I'm here, so let's go.
Hi, my name is Paige Conway, and this is my room.
You know you love me.
I am the biggest Justin Bieber fan because
And that moment was so hard for me to breathe.
he's gorgeous. I love his hair. I love everything about him. His music is amazing and very inspirational.
Hi.
I've had his posters up on my wall forever. You have to like him. You can't like not like him. He's just amazing, and he's won all these awards, and he's really shown people in the world what he can do. And it's crazy that he's gone this far. And
Here we go, Ellen.
his songs are very motivational. And my mom there again.
Hey, how are you? Here you go, these are for you.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. Come here. Give me a hug. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I love you!
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad I could come out here and surprise you.
Oh my god, you guys, you're my room. You're my
I like
neighborhood.
it. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Did you make this?
Huh? Yeah,
made
it's for my
this?
high school team.
Nice. You got the Never Say Never?
Yeah, I'm going to...
Are you gonna go see the movie? Yes. She's freaking out. Don't freak out.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So you guys, this is me while editing. I was feeling, I don't know, again, jealous of those girls and just like, you know, memories, whatever. Right now, you're not ready because I'm going to translate to you guys what I had written on Instagram, because it was like the celebration of like the 4th year that had passed from the 3rd year that had passed from the concert that I had gone to of like, you know, JB. So I had done like a sort of commemoration thing. Now I'm going to translate it to you guys. You're not ready. So today is a really important day to me. Almost 3 years have passed since the last time that I saw you, and it was the absolute best day of my life. Even though, like, even, you know, during the darkest moments, you were there, even if not physically, but you can, you know, sound stupid, but I felt you closer than a lot of other people. I don't really know how you can keep your mouth shut when people insult you, but you are my smile, my strength, and honestly, I don't know what to do without you. I wouldn't know what to do without you. You have to know that you're a beautiful being with a beautiful heart and a big heart, and no matter what, you're a person that no matter what has always been a strong person, you know, has always remained strong. I had to pass a lot of tough things as well, like for instance insults and jokes, whatever. I had to go through jokes because I just loved you so much. But honestly, these are just people who judge without knowing, and that is why, you know, they make me mad so much. Just thank you so much for simply existing, Justin. I love you so much. Here I'm wishing happy birthday to Jackson. And then here there's a selfie of the Queen. On the 20th of November of 2016, I had the chance to assist to one of your concerts, and damn, it was a dream. Not everybody has the chance to see their idol, really to have the chance to see their idol, face to face. But this is why I really consider myself a very lucky person. And yeah, that's it, you guys. I used to do that every single year. I always used to post things on Instagram, thanking Justin, hoping that he would see, my stories, whatever. But yeah, I just want to thank him even more now, because you guys, if you know what's been happening, I already knew it, during those moments where I was 12 years old, 13 years old, that he had to go through a lot of shit, and that basically this industry has destroyed him. But of course, people always used to hate him, and I would always defend him and, try to defend him and stuff, trying to explain his story, whatever. And now you can see him, you can see it even more. People are starting to wake up, and I'm super glad. yeah, justice for Justin. Per. I love this guy so much. I love you, Jay, so much. If you will ever see this video, I love you so much, 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 much. You're my idol. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Keep being a strong person because you really inspire people. I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. And of course, everything was in English, so it was like I had to learn. You know, what was he talking about? You know, I had to learn. You know, different translations, whatever, like the pronunciation as well. Even though I already had, like, you know, the American pronunciation when I was 8 years old, it came out of me like this. I don't really know how. But yeah, it was everything, like everything is linked, you know. And so it wasn't like, then I understood that I had, like, you know, this obsession with JB. Now it wasn't just, okay, I'm watching, I had to learn English just because I love Justin Bieber. No, it's like I'm learning English because I like English, because I love English. Of course, because I also love Justin Bieber, the fuck. But also because I like English, okay? So I started to, like, watch everything in English, whether it was like in TV series, movies, everything in English, till this day. Like in my mind, like, I think in English. Sometimes I think in Italian, but it's like when I speak, of course I speak in Italian because I'm from here, but like I mix, you know. Sometimes English comes out of me, like I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna be like, bitch, you know, like this comes out of me out of nowhere, you know. So yeah, this is for what concerns the English thing, okay? And I'm super glad because it's just not just about, you know, English, but it's also about another language, which is like Spanish, of course. Let's talk about like French, okay? Like French, you already know that in Morocco, you know, Moroccan people have to know French, okay? Colonizers. But you know, you have to know French from a very young age. Although I wasn't born in Morocco and I wasn't raised there, my parents were. So they know a bit of French. Like my dad perfectly speaks French. My mom also, but she kind of forgot some things because like they've been here in Italy for about like 30-40 years. So they've kind of forgotten. My dad, nope. Okay, so I've learned French. I would say there's some songs that I like in French, but it's not like the English ones or the Spanish ones, okay? But I would say like the top is like English. So it's like I like some songs, but it's like more of a, like, I like French, but it's not something that's connected to my passions. Of course, there's, as I was saying to you before, some songs that I like in French, but it's not something that's always present in my life, you know? Of course, when I'm like in family, I talk in French, whatever, but it's like, I know how to talk in French. But I, unlike how everyone else's thinks, it's like I didn't learn French because I'm Moroccan. I learned, what the fuck did I just say? Like, it's not that I've learned to speak French just because I am Moroccan. It's not that you know French just because you're Moroccan. No, bitch. I learned to speak French at school here in Italy, the grammar, everything. I studied everything. I studied everything here in Italy. Of course, my dad, for instance, has helped me a lot with the pronunciation, whatever, but it's not that just because I'm Moroccan, I know French, okay? Because I've been raised just by my parents speaking Italian and Moroccan, not also French. Of course, there's like some words in Moroccan and French, but it's like not full French, okay? So I learned alone to speak French, okay? I might, like, you know, specify this thing because there's a lot of people who are like, oh, you're Moroccan, so you know French. No, bitch. I'm Moroccan, but I was born and raised here in Italy, so I learned to speak French at school just like any other Italian kid, okay? So, Now let's pass to Spanish. Okay. Spanish, another language that I love. Spanish is a language that is also linked to my passion, which is singing. I would say that also connected to acting, but I don't really see myself like, you know, acting in Spanish. Maybe sometimes, but I see myself acting in English. But it's like I love Spanish because, you know, from a very young age I've been influenced with this by, you know, this language, because my cousins, they've always been addicted to reggaeton, and so like the genre of music. So whenever I would see them, they would always put the songs of, you know, reggaeton, whatever, reggaeton, like this. So I don't know, I would say my passion for Spanish started there, because I liked, you know, el flow. I liked the music. I liked the, like, you know, how the words sounded. I really didn't know like what they were saying. Thank God, because I was a kid. But anyways, it was like, I liked, you know, Spanish. And when I was like 13 years old, you know, it has always been a language that has fascinated me a lot. When I was like 13 years old, it was the first time ever that I learned a full song in Spanish, which is Secreto of Karol G and Anuel AA. And basically this song, you know, I really love this song. I learned the words of the song, not all of them, but, you know, I know what they were saying, you know. And when I started high school, I officially started to study Spanish. So it was like, yeah, finally I can study this amazing language that I love so much. Also because, you know, Morocco and Spain are very, very close. But it's like, of course I love the Spanish from Spain, but I am more into like this Spanish of like, with the, you know, Latino accent, you know what I mean? When I started to study Spanish, I was like, okay, I was starting to study the grammar, whatever, and I started like, you know, to also talk in Spanish. But I noticed that I had, you know, the Latino, you know, accent. And it was because, of course, again, the artists that I was listening to were like, of course, Latinos. For instance, Maria Becerra, she's like Argentinian. And the queen, Selena Quintanilla. Ella fue la artista que más me impactó, podemos decir. O sea, I was obsessed with her, like, during the first year of middle school, you know, her series came out, you know, Netflix, and I was like, let's see. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm literally in love with her. Okay, so it's like, I love her so much. Like, you know, Selena, it's like my diva. She's like an icon, and it's like, I would say the female artist that inspires me the most. In general, not just like in the Spanish thing, you know, in general, she's like the female artist that inspires me the most, I think. But I've also, like, you know, been influenced by, for instance, Aaliyah, Whitney Houston, and I forgot to say that I grew up with Michael Jackson. Okay, so there's another English thing, you know, English. I'm talking about the language, not about the nationality. Then I discovered, you know, Tupac when I was 14 years old, so like 4 years ago. And thanks to my sister, you know, whilst I was like growing up, I started to realize which kind of genres of music I loved. So it's like all of the American ones and the Latino ones. So it's like everything is linked. So this is why, like, you know, to respond to the girl that said to me, you should make a video about how you learned languages. This is how I learned languages, because they're all linked, like, you know, English and Spanish, and also, you know, French, Italian, Moroccan, you know, but most importantly, English and Spanish. I learned these languages so well because they're linked to my passions, to something that I love to do. And also because in general, I just love these languages, you know, I love them a lot. I would say that, like, just in general, I love languages. You know, I really put effort, like, into the pronunciation, whatever. So I always try to romanticize the thing. It's like a language, for instance, I would love to learn Portuguese. So it's like, I love the language. So that's why I try to romanticize it. I try to associate it with the song in Portuguese that I like, and I try like to make a pronunciation, like, you know, I put effort into the pronunciation because it's like, if I do something, I'm gonna do it good, okay? But yeah, that's the story basically. If you want to know it, I'm gonna say it to you. I don't care. It's like I love like my genres, like my favorite genres are R&B, pop, JB of course. Pop's like, you know, MJ first, because he's like the king of pop. Then I discovered Elvis Presley as well. I had already like heard of his name, but it's like I decided to inform myself about him 3 years ago with the Elvis movie. Amazing movie. Like I read also the story, you know, which was written by his wife Priscilla. So there's like the Elvis movie. So yeah, my MJ, the artists that most influenced me are like MJ, JB, Elvis, Aaliyah, Amy Winehouse, love that girl. Then Tupac, JB, did I already say his name? Yeah, JB. Then Selena, Maria Becerra, and yeah, I would say that's all. Like these artists are like the artists that I like a lot, because each one of them represents a different shade of me. Like for instance, Selena represents passionate part of me. Like Justin represents, you know, the pop part of me. So just, you know, like also MJ, of course, MJ first and then Justin, because MJ was the inventor of pop. And then, you know, of course, also Amy Winehouse represents, like, you know, the part of like my hurt part, you know, and, you know, the bad bitch part. I also love jazz a lot. And then the Tupac part represents, like, you know, the ghetto Bronx jazz. And for instance, Maria Becerra part represents my reggaeton part. So it's like everything is linked, you know. I have many shades, so it's like I like everything. I like music a lot because it represents, like, you know, different shades of me. And of course it's also linked to, like, you know, languages and stuff. So yeah, I like it a lot. So yeah guys, that's all. Hope that you like this video. You know, it's different topic, you know, because you know, this follower of mine has asked me to, you know, make a video about it, so I wanted to make it. And yeah, it's not really about advice, but maybe if you want to get inspired by how I did, of course you shouldn't feel forced, because for instance, I didn't feel forced. Like, you know, when you force something, that's when it won't happen, okay? So it's like you have to feel the passion first, and then it will come to you smoothly, okay? So yeah, I hope that you liked today's video, guys, and I'll see you the next time, inshallah. I see you in the next one, inshallah. Love you.